Ladies and gentlemen of the beautiful crypto world, today, yet again, has been a pretty surprising day when it comes to our crypto prices. I mean, as most of you guys have probably already seen, we've had some significant downfall, some significant dips. And even though I personally think a lot of this has to do with the fact that the S&P fell, we had ourselves the FOMC data yesterday, and obviously the inflation numbers coming out, which both turned out neutral, if not slightly positive, with the interest rate being basically nothing, which is actually quite good, and the inflation rate going down even slightly more than was expected. So again, that was actually quite good. Now, over the past couple of hours, crypto, I think, maybe like, let's say 24 hours ago, went down to like 67 per Bitcoin, 67,000. Then had a pretty quick recovery, almost back to 70. And now it's back down to like 66, something along those lines today. And I've read many theories. I've seen many people speculate about what exactly is causing that right now. I've seen some people speculate about Ethereum. Just in, the world's largest bank, ICBC, says Ethereum is providing technical power for the digital future and its digital oil. The chart that was attached, by the way, is something slightly different. It's like a massive liquidation that occurred for Curve. If you know DeFi a little bit, you probably know Curve. And this has to do a lot with the fact that the price went down so much that the founder had like a massive 140 mil or so liquidation. It's an interesting story. Anyway, to give you a bit of context to all that, you can see the S&P had a massive spike yesterday, but even today, the price went pretty crazy here. And in lieu of that, Bitcoin had a pretty juicy day just yesterday, going to roughly 70,000. And again, I'm saying yesterday because it's right now roughly 3 a.m. Dubai time. But again, Bitcoin, if we're taking a look at the pattern, it has not really deviated too much just quite yet. It just, yet again, got rejected at that previous top, which we already indicated, which is also where the most significant hurdle for the S&P was at. Basically, the moment the S&P previously hit its all-time high, Bitcoin, from that point on forward, basically was not able to go past that price. So when the S&P fell back down, Bitcoin kind of followed suit and has not been able to recover since, even though the S&P did break through. And anyway, when talking about crypto, there were actually a couple of really interesting pieces of news throughout the past 2 days. One was that our main guy from MicroStrategy is buying again like $500 million or so worth of Bitcoin. I'll show you in just a second. But also this. Congressman Thomas Massie says reading the Bitcoin Standard book inspired him to introduce a bill to end the Federal Reserve. It's pretty big talking, you know? Anyway, like I said, to get back on that number, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy to raise another $500 million to purchase even more Bitcoin. And I'm guessing that this was I'm just guessing, right? That this caught prices off guard a little bit and let them pump ever so slightly. And afterwards, they came crumbling right back down. But again, those are just my thoughts. Ultimately, though, I still share the same opinion that I described like a few weeks ago. I think a lot of the stuff that's going on right now is just distractions. And that's the simplest way I can put it. Right now, if we're taking a look at what the institutions are doing, it seems to just keep taking more and more Bitcoin off of exchanges that they will never put back on there again. They're just stacking them up like crazy. And like we're seeing BlackRock, etc. doing, they just keep up in their antes. They keep up in the numbers. And what we're thinking about potentially selling because prices are going too low, it seems that's exactly the point where these guys are stacking up. But before we move on, please take a look at this. So some of the guys we like to work with, Blockdag, are having some pretty interesting stuff going on right now. So the project basically stands for Crypto Mining for All, with all the big guys talking about it recently. Anyway, if you're wondering what is it all about, Blockdag is inspired by Bitcoin and 𝗂𝗃, and it's the world's most advanced layer 1 blockchain. Built for the future, Blockdag can provide power for applications to enterprise-grade DeFi protocols, with the special feature being able to be powered to mine from anywhere. Blockdag makes crypto mining simple for anyone. And when I say anyone, just take a look at this. You've got yourself mobile mining, but also through the form of bigger mining rigs, if that's something for you. And what is even more cool is that right now they've launched themselves a $2 million giveaway that is basically rewarding early supporters. Another cool thing is, like it says in the article here, for those seeking passive income opportunities, Blockdag offers BDAG mining, an avenue to earn up to 100% APY through its mining equipment, which, like I thought actually, was only through hardware mining, but apparently that's also through cloud mining. So that's pretty cool. And right now, as you can see over on their website, they've got themselves their launch, or I should say pre-sale available, with already nearly $50 million raised. And I've said it before, sometimes apps like this get a lot of traction and it ends up being really, really profitable to be an early adopter. Obviously, I cannot guarantee it, but hey, you also have a little cool, I guess, simulator here over on the website. But anyway, you can check that down below. Besides that, like I said, they've got themselves their $2 million giveaway, and it's pretty simple to enter, so I definitely recommend you guys to check that out. Because why not, right? If you can win, just, I'd say always just try it out. Yeah, that's about it. Having said that, there's a couple of other interesting pieces of news, I'd say. For example, the fact that Terraform Labs to dissolve operations, right? We all know Terraform Labs, the guys behind Luna, amid landmark $4.5 billion settlement. Luna Classic Lunk also, for this reason probably, faced a massive decline. So I'd say that's interesting. $4.5 billion worth of a settlement. Obviously, Terraform Labs could not really keep their doors open after that. Names closure in response to the settlement with the SEC, addressing the fallout from the Terra USD collapse. I still wonder where this $4.5 billion is now going to go. As you guys might or might not know, I lost a significant sum of money when Anchor fell. And to this day, I don't know. Am I all of a sudden just going to get a pretty juicy check in the mail? Or are all these dollars just lost forever? I don't know. But I've had multiple exchanges skip out on me over the last couple of years. One of the I'd say the one that hit me hardest, or that was closest to home, I'd say, was Cryptopia. I think it got hacked back in, 2019 maybe? Something like that. And I've also never seen a dime. And that's like 5 years ago. Maybe it was earlier. I don't quite remember. I do sometimes see there's potentially multiple things you can do or have to look into. And this is basically the place where all my Dogecoin was at, which is the strange part, because at the time, let's say it was worth a couple thousand, perhaps now it's a couple 100,000, for example. I don't quite remember. I did remember it like a couple months back, or maybe last year or 2 years ago, but now I can't fathom. I'd have to look in my records somewhere how much money was on there. But anyway, it's kind of funny that I all of a sudden thought of this now because of the whole Terra Luna debacle, and I realized, man, this crypto space is so crazy. I mean, seriously, if you just spend a day on Twitter, in this crypto Twitter space, you want to rub your eyes out. You want to just poke them out, peel them out, I don't know, because it's so stupid and so crazy. You know, the thing is, I don't want to even show you too much of what this is all about, because it's just so stupid and crazy. But I'm going to be honest with you here and say I do like the whole meme coin debacle. But Andrew Tate dropped a coin, I think it's Daddy, and it's at like 300 mil. Apparently, a lot of these other, let's call them half celebrities, are trying to open coins here and do things as well. Again, I can't recommend for or against it, because I also like to sometimes buy into these coins. One of the ones I bought, I think a few days ago, was DGen Euro, because right now, I might not be able to show it actually without getting striked here. But right now, if you're a European, you probably know this, but the Euro Cup is one of the most important events out of anything. It's like kind of like a Super Bowl, how important it is in the US. This is like Europe for soccer, for football. And so it's kind of logical, my own deduction, that for that reason, many of these meme coins or related coins will do well. Can't guarantee which one it will be, but this is the one I got into pretty early. And I'm stacking this one. If it doesn't go to 100 million yet, it's not time to sell. That's what I always say. No jokes. It's quite small, but this is the one I got into early. And sometimes you just got to stick with one and go with it. Here at the top in trending, that's Andrew Tate's coin. Beer got, I think, rug pulled or something. Again, Andrew Tate's coin. Genie, I don't even know. GME is quite logical. IO is one of my favorite investments. My mother is 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 crypto related coins. Yeah, it's for yourself to figure out which one, but this is just one that I got into myself. No way, I just see it now actually. They actually have this reporter. This is them at the stadium doing an actual video and interviews and stuff. So that could actually be another pretty bullish thing. And again, having I guess the realization that a celebrity coin now, again, from Andrew Tate, has gone to like 300 mil, it made me realize one more thing. There are so many people out here that are really the most ethical investors of sorts. No, I will not touch meme coins because it is not good. These are bad investments. You know, guys, most of my investment principles have been thrown out of the door the moment I saw a guy making money from his basement, just making jokes on the internet. This whole crypto space, really, a lot of the gains we are making, a lot of the investment decisions, they're not the same as like real world. I sometimes say to my friends as well, we kind of live in a simulation. So much changes in 1 week of crypto. It's like months worth of traditional news that we have like in a weekly time span. It goes so quick. It's so strange. The amount of money made and lost is just insanity. Sometimes I wake up and I think, wow, you know, that t-shirt that was like 20 bucks. I care very much for buying that at like a higher price. Okay, context. In some countries, the prices for similar products are way higher. For example, a t-shirt could be 20 bucks here and 10 bucks in a different country for the same t-shirt. I could care about that a lot. But then I look at my investment portfolio and it could be down a significant point. Like today, I mean, let's be serious here. This move, this is, we're down like 6% in a few days. That is a lot of my portfolio. Oh, but I'm just chilling, all doing good. Matter of fact, I'll buy more. Then it's kind of funny how the couple of dollars difference from a t-shirt can kind of matter to me in my head, right? I wonder if other people have that too, or I'm just really stupid. It's kind of like this though, what I showed you guys a few days back. Spending $100 on groceries. Oh, spending like a couple $1,000 on some meme coins. I have that in the most pure of forms. But anyway, if you're wondering what's going on, like I've been looking and sifting through all the news. I'd say that today was a really peculiar day. Mostly everybody was just focusing on the FOMC and the inflation numbers, like I already stated yesterday or the day before, something like that. Well, I'm kind of bundling the last 2 days together because that's what the focus was on. Afterwards, nothing too particularly crazy in terms of news has happened. There are some speculatory pieces. I saw some interesting things on XRP. I saw a couple of other, but just mostly speculatory pieces. I'm looking through so much news on a daily basis. I guess I could cover a lot of Elon Musk stuff if you guys are interested in lore. But yeah, I don't have to keep telling you 1,000 different times that Ethereum ETFs, for example, are expected to be hitting the market before summer. A lot of these banks are putting out new statements of, hey, we expect this to do well, that to do well. Franklin Templeton said something about these DePIN projects. They were exploring that. I see now Mike Novogratz calls meme coins the key to crypto future. And my thoughts on that is meme coins, even though they're stupid in essence and are literally the dumbest investment ever, following all core principles, they do sometimes do pretty well. So I don't think you should be ignoring them. And there's a couple of hacks, but I think it was just that same AVA bridge being hacked again or something along those lines. I think it's 𝗬𝗓 or 𝗬𝗓 or something like that. But yeah, probably if you're using that, you probably have already seen it. Yeah, I think for right now, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. See ya.